Alright guys, today's video is going to be done a little differently, alright? You can see I've uploaded this on a Wednesday, which is different from my usual Monday upload schedule, Don't worry, this is not going to be a reoccurring thing that often. But, basically, today we're going to talk about Epic Games, and this video gets even more different because we're not going to be reacting to a video. We're not going to be clowning on anyone or, talking about Five Nights at Epstein's. We're instead going to be talking about Epic Games. Alright? Now, if you don't know, Epic Games just laid off 1,000 people. That's a lot of people! So, obviously, they gotta have a good reason for this, right? Why else would Epic Games lay off so many people? So Epic Games, they just stated, today we are laying off over 1,000 Epic employees. Now this is from a couple, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, I'd say this was about 2 weeks ago. Something like that, So, Epic Games just laid off 1,000 people. They said, today we are laying off over 1,000 Epic employees. I'm sorry we are here. The downturn in Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 means we're spending significantly more than we're making, and we have to make major cuts to keep the company funded. This layoff, together with over $500 million of identified cost savings in contracting, marketing, and closing some open roles, puts us in a more stable place. So let's dissect what that means. Epic Games, they are losing money. And but let's not take their word for it. Let's actually go and we'll look at how much they've lost. Or, how bad this poor company has been doing. Oh man. In 2025, Epic Games generated an estimated $6.01 billion in total revenue in 2025. That's a lot of money! They've had some really successful seasons. This, honestly, it's just an excuse. This is not even, other companies wish they could do as good as Epic Games. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of expected something like this to happen, where Epic Games, they're, losing money. Also, yeah, we're done with the Fortnite gameplay. I'm not about to keep playing Fortnite here. We all saw this coming, let's be real here. Their whole thing where, they're paying these creators on, the UEFN, I knew this would end badly, because what profits do they make out of it? What do they make? And then, they do collabs with everything under the sun, for, modes that aren't even, that successful, really. Think about it, we get, Fortnite Festival's doing really good, but, even then, you look at all the music they have, look at all the songs. I guarantee you can point a few songs out that no one's gonna buy. No one is gonna buy some of these songs. So that right there, Fortnite wasted money on getting the license for that song, on getting, the rights to put that in their game. Off rip, they're losing money from just that alone. And then we can look a little further. Rocket Racing, y'all remember that? I know I'm the only one who remembers that. With Rocket Racing, they're doing collabs with all kinds of car brands. They're losing money. The only time people use cars is, for, Battle Royale. No one, and it's not even, people are buying the cars in the shop. Whatever the hell that Fast and Furious thing is, there is no way people are buying that. legit. They are making these decisions to do all these collabs and to invest all this money into things. And honestly, that's why they're where they're at. That is why they are here. And they're losing all this money. This is something that, like, I could have predicted a month ago. When they announced, whenever they announced that they were doing the 100 gaming collabs, I knew that was gonna end badly. We all, anyone with 2 brain cells could know that was gonna end badly. Because, no one's using the Epic Games Store. Let's be real here. Everyone is using Steam. So Epic Games trying to, make all these skins for, people. It's, oh, if you buy this game, you can get this Fortnite skin for free. It's like, no one cares. No one cares. Honestly, no one cares. People are not going to be buying that. People are going to just buy the game on Steam if they buy it at all. Like, Alan Wake 2. Did people really buy that on Epic? I don't really know about that one, but I remember that was one of the earliest times they did it. Was back in Chapter 4, Season 4, during that Fortnitemares. But seriously, no one is buying these things. Epic Games has made all these dumb moves, and now they're paying the price for it. They really are. Honestly, I don't even like seeing Epic Games down like this. I like Fortnite. Fortnite's great. I think Epic Games does some really cool stuff with it. The live events, they all, for the most part, slap. For every once in a while, they have a banger collab in the game. Epic Games just needs to, lock in instead of doing tung sahur. Who asked for Triple T to be in Fortnite? Genuinely. And that brings us to our next thing. Steal a brain rot. For Epic Games, if someone at Epic Games is watching this, stop trying to be Roblox. You're never gonna make it. Alright? You're never gonna be Roblox, okay? Don't even try. You're never gonna be Roblox. Because, if you were trying to be Roblox, that should have been, day one what your intentions were with Fortnite. Because if you build this up to be a Battle Royale game, and that's how you make money, that's how you have this, and then you just randomly try to start leaning towards this whole, Roblox metaverse thing, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work, alright? Don't even try. Stop this. You are losing money. This will kill you if you go further down this path. Alright? We'll use Steal a Brain Rot, for example. That man made millions off of a Roblox ripoff map. What has he made for Epic Games? Maybe some higher player counts, but are people buying skins? Are people really buying anything for Epic Games? Their numbers are up, player count, but at what cost? At what cost? And I'll be honest, you go on Twitter and talk to people about Steal a Brain Rot, most people don't even like Steal a Brain Rot, okay? It's just 5-year-olds on Fortnite who like Steal a Brain Rot, okay? Let's get that out of the question here. No one who is above the age of 7 is playing Steal a Brain Rot. Guarantee you. Cause it's not even a good map. I've tried it. It's bad. It's just slop. And that's the thing. Epic Games, this is one of those things that's an idea, paying creators for the creative mode thing sounds good. In theory, it's not. Because you know why? You get 50 different red versus blue maps and someone suing over a basic idea like red versus blue. Y'all remember that lawsuit? That was ridiculous. You get 50 different slop. You get thousands of slop maps being made. They bring no value to the game. I'd say they remove value from your game, alright? Because, let's think, Epic Games back in Chapter 1. I'd say Chapter 2 as well. not many people, when people thought of Fortnite, they didn't really think about things like creative or steal a brain rot. They were there, like, creative mode was there, but it wasn't, you know, Epic Games was a battle royale game still. I mean, Fortnite was battle royale. You know, that's where we were at. And honestly, it was great. It was great. People liked it. It was wonderful. There was very little issues with it, except for like later down the line when they had like that one season with like crafting and stuff. People didn't really like those seasons, but like I feel like what Fortnite needs to do is they need to like, Fortnite cannot take risks at this point. They need to go back to what works. What works, alright? And I'll tell you what works. Good live events, a good season that adds new things, not just like 50 reskins of the pump shotgun that aren't even as good as the pump shotgun. So it's just a reskin of a nerfed version of the pump shotgun. You know? Bring in cool things. Y'all remember the Nitro Fists? Those were pretty cool. The slap stuff? Not slap. What was that, like, those little berries you could find in Chapter 5 that would, like, give you the jump boost stuff? Those were cool. Like, I'm gonna be honest, when they started experimenting with Blitz, and that was good, Reload was good, honestly, I think Fortnite needs to just go back to what works, alright? And they can experiment a little bit. I mean, think back to, like I said, Reload and Blitz, those worked. It really did, it worked. It worked like a charm, okay? Those two are great modes, but they're still Battle Royale. Epic Games is using what they know best, Battle Royale. And they need to stick with Battle Royale, honestly. Battle Royale and Festival, I'd say, is what's getting them money. Honestly. And, like, I'm gonna be honest. If Epic Games stayed and, like, stays with Battle Royale, like, we just, like, honestly, you need, like, Epic Games need to pick between players and money. And the best way they could pick players is by going and, first off, stop paying people to make these slop maps. They're not gonna sell well. They never were, okay? Like, no one likes Steal a Brain Rot, despite what player counts tell you. No one likes freaking, like, Red versus, like, these maps are cool. They're alright, but you shouldn't be paying people to make this. So honestly, you either pick money, you either pick paying these, like, random slop map creators, or you pick the players and, like, bring back, like, work on making Battle Royale as good as it can be. Honestly, that's about it, guys. I'm gonna cut it here. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.